everyone, I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper, and welcome back to Build. Today I'm sitting down with Bellamy Young, who wowed audiences for 7 seasons as the tenacious and presidential Melly Grant on Scandal. Today she's here to talk about her recent travels to Rwanda with CARE, a global organization dedicated to ending poverty and empowering women and girls around the world. Let's take a look.
Brave.
Strong.
Passionate.
My hero is my friend Allie because she has always been there for me through some of my toughest times.
Who puts the her in hero for me?
That's my mother. She taught me self-worth.
I want to pick my mom. She had no education other than high school and just really worked her tail off and made something of herself, and she became an incredible teacher.
My hero is my mom. She saved my life. She carried us on her back and brought us to Rwanda with literally just the dress I had on.
Sally Ride, because she was the first American woman to go to space.
My mother. She never made me feel like I was wrong for being who I am, a transgender child.
مرح هي بطلتي على طول. ليه مرح كان عمرها يمكن 11 أو 12 سنة، ماخذة السيارة قاعدة بتشفط فيها بالحار. نمرودي وفيش عندها خوف.
Sylvia Earle, because she has pioneered the role of women in STEM and marine sciences, inspiring millions of young women.
My sister is my hero.
My grandmother is my
ordinary women doing extraordinary things.
አሁን ዛሬ በሰው የተነሳ እንደ በሰው እየተገዘን ነው ሁሉንም በሰው እያሰብኩት እንደ በሰው ሳያየው ብዙ ጥቅም ስላየውበት ነው እንጂ
My mom.
My friend Joanna.
My great aunt. It's my mom.
And my mother, Bertha Cobb.
Dolly Parton.
Venerable Robina Curtin.
My mom, Betty Moffat.
My mom friends.
Most definitely my mom.
On this International Women's Day, tell us who puts the her in hero for you.
Hi, I'm Jamie Presley, and I care.
I care.
I care. I care.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I care too.
Go to fight.care.org.
Please help me welcome Bellamy Young.
Thanks so much, you guys. Hi.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. It's lovely to be here with you.
Yes, I'm so excited. We have a really nice afternoon planned with you.
Yeah.
First, I want to know for you, you kind of talked about it a little bit in the video, but who puts the her in hero for you?
Oh my goodness. You know, I get to be ambassador for an organization called CARE this year, and I just took a trip with them to Rwanda, and I met a woman there that will stay with me every day. Her name is Bridget, and 5 years ago she had no access to any sort of money. She'd have to ask her husband for money to buy soap or food or clothes for the family. And she got involved with a village savings and loan program that CARE had implemented there. CARE is in 94 countries around the world, and they are not really a charity organization. They are invested in creating transformational change for people so that they can change their own lives. They are sort of invested in their own obsolescence. They want to teach a man to fish. So Village Savings and Loan is a wonderful program and an example. And Bridget had gotten together with about 20 other women, and, you know, the little bits that were left from buying soap or, buying, some food, they pool their money and they dream together, and they each support each other's entrepreneurial endeavors. Bridget dreamed of 5 chickens, and she got those chickens, and she managed them so well that she repaid the loan, and in 5 years' time, she now has 1,000 chickens. She gets 850 eggs a day. She has a vegetable farm of her own. She employs 3 people, 2 at the farm, 1 for the eggs. And she is changing not just her life, but she's brought nutrition to the community with all the eggs. She's mentoring women so that they can dream their own dreams. And watching anyone go from powerless to powerful in any amount of time, but in 5 years' time, she puts the her in hero for me. Unbelievable.
We do have a picture of you and Bridget, and I looked at it and just, I mean, The thing I love about women is that, like you said, when they're lifted up, they continue to lift up their communities.
And that's CARE's whole strategy. They've realized just by empirical data, if you empower women, they will bring up their families and their whole communities with them. And that's what they do. And it's a joy to behold. It really is.
You mentioned that CARE is in over 94 countries, which I was surprised to find. That's so much work they're doing internationally. For you traveling to Rwanda, what was it specifically about that country that you wanted to go and see?
Oh my goodness. I mean, Rwanda is an astounding place. Has anybody been to Rwanda? Anybody here?
I haven't.
I really recommend it. It's wonderful, really. Yeah, you got to go. It's fantastic. Hello. They, had a terrible genocide, their second, but the most recent one was in 95. And by 2020, they will have transformed themselves into a middle-income country. No one was untouched by the genocide. So mindfulness and accountability is with every person at every moment, and it's a remarkable place to be. But Paul Kagame, their president, he was also a leader during the time of the genocide, and he realized when he was starting to rebuild the country, there literally were no men. Like, gender equality is wonderful, a philosophical goal, but he also had a very pragmatic situation at hand. So when he rewrote the Constitution, he embedded gender equality. Small things that seem small, but things like all children have to go to school. You can't just pay for your boys to go to school. Girls can't get married till they're 21, so they get a chance to be a person before they're a wife. He put a quota in. There must be 30% female representation in their parliament. Now, that quota has meant that they have 63% female representation, which is the most in the world. And they also have gender equity in pay. So it's incredible what he's been able to institute at a macro level, and CARE is an organization that can help people institute all that at the grassroots level, by village savings and loans, by Safe School for Girls, by they have an amazing program whereby married people deliver themselves. I'm not married, I don't know why I did that. Deliver themselves out of gender-based violence. It's called Journeys of Transformation. Just astounding, but personal transformation that's done by the people. It's nothing that's given to anyone.
And it's this is stuff I've read about Rwanda and how they're one of the most gender balanced countries in the world. You actually got to go and kind of sit in with the parliament.
We did.
What was
we
that
went right up
like?
there and sat in the parliament room and met some of the senators. I mean, it's surreal because I'm used to being on sets, right? I'm used to it being for play, but that's where the real stuff goes down. And again, that country is such just without parallel in terms of just like Bridget, extreme transformation in a short amount of time. So to sit there and feel it all happening, it was really remarkable.
Right. And you mentioned agriculture and education and how CARE will work in different countries in those.
Yeah.
But are there any other avenues or topics that CARE really focuses on? Because in looking on their website, it seems like they kind of cover a little bit of everything.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fighting poverty globally by focusing on women and empowering women and girls. Rwanda is a specific case. Each country is different and has different needs. So like I say, there besides the Village Savings and Loan, we got to meet some farmers, a co-op of farmers and beekeepers, people who make textiles, people who make clothes, lots of craftsmen that have benefited from their mentorship and really setting a structure that they could thrive in. Safe School for Girls, where they go into schools in 5 different districts there and teach the girls how to save, but they are also having conversations that save their lives, like family planning, how to stay in school, that you shouldn't be beaten by your husband. And the boys aren't left out. They like to teach the boys how to be gender justice warriors, which is like the greatest thing. I'd want to be that, right? I will be that. So it's Every Voice Counts is another program that they have. They have a very diverse range of programs to address whatever needs in the areas that they've landed. But again, it's all about teach a man to fish. There's no sort of, you need us and we're here and we'll help you. It's very much, we believe in you. Yeah. You can do this. We're going to get you started.
Yeah. And I know you just went to Rwanda recently, but you've been working with CARE for a while. So how did you find the organization, and why was it something that you wanted to be a part of?
I've only gotten to be an ambassador officially this year. CARE is an organization that I've known about and supported for many years. They started back World War II. People literally making care packages for people in need. It wasn't political. It was just people trying to help people. And it's amazing that they've managed to scale globally, keeping such a very specific goal in mind without it getting diluted or politicized. So I'm so proud to be a part of it.
And I know there's, a lot of amazing organizations, and people need to learn more. So what advice would you give to people who just want to be a little more active globally or internationally? Because it can feel overwhelming trying to find the right organization or the right cause.
Yeah, just get quiet and listen to your heart and know that your effort matters. Every little bit of help that we give matters. And if it's in your soul to reach out. And then organizations like CARE, for example, you can go to fight.care.org and they can give you a panoply of options there. But whatever your soul is saying, you want to help children in need, you want to help animals, you want to help climate change, you want to help protect reproductive rights or racial injustice or gun control, whatever your heart is saying, your voice and your soul matters and can make a real difference. We're all so capable of so much change. I think we don't believe in ourselves enough sometimes.
Absolutely. And I think maybe people feel a little more confident in that after the election. We've seen just so many different groups come forward, share their stories, speak out, reach out. And I know for you, with Scandal and everything that was going on at the time, have you had time to really reflect on that experience? Because kind of towards the end of Scandal, after the election, everything was so big, and Melly's character really had this huge storyline. And have you had time to really sit back and reflect on that experience and it ending?
No. I hope I will have the joy of reflecting on that for the rest of my life. It really was the job of a lifetime with a wonderful family of people. And Melly was such a ride. There was nothing that I didn't get to do through her eyes and, with her crazy heart. And I think we got an extra year out of, I do believe that Shonda was pretty sure that the election would go a different way. And I know with a nudge and a wink, but not for real, that our show was to go a very different way. So I think Melly was only president because of the situation at hand. And it gave Shonda another forum to, write her alternate universe.
Yeah. And it gave viewers a happy ending, at least, because we didn't get it in real life. I'll be real. I was like, I need Melly to be president. This is not an option anymore.
I loved Melly being president. I loved her oval. I loved it all. I loved it.
What did you learn from playing that character?
It's remarkable. I have a lot of loud, mean girls in my head, and I'm very given to self-doubt. But Melly is utterly unburdened by any of that. She's got the 1,000-yard stare, and she's very my way or the highway. And it was informative and inspiring to get to live in those shoes 16, 17 hours a day. She has made me more bold.
I love that. And obviously you've had a little more time to dive into your philanthropic work, but you're still acting. I know you, I heard you have a new show coming out, Prodigal Son.
I do. I'm doing a pilot this year. It's a pilot so far.
Okay.
We'll do it for Fox. It's Michael Sheen as a serial killer, and I am his bitter, boozy ex-wife. So that's going to be fun. And I got to do one of Netflix is doing an anthology series, 8 episodes of little movielets based on Dolly Parton songs. So Dolly Parton Heartstrings. Our episode was based on a sad, dark little song called Down from Dover, which I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with. But Dolly's been telling the truth since the jump, and we go through a lot as human beings. So, people need to hear that truth, and that I'm very proud of that episode. So,
is there something that you look for specifically now in roles? Because I feel like when you have kind of the role of a lifetime, does that offer up kind of more freedom to pursue just roles maybe you wouldn't have taken before, or is it restricting?
No, it's never restricting. You just find your no a little bit, because there's a lot. When you're a journeyman actor, you're just so grateful to get a job, and that's cool too, and you learn a lot, and you get to be in a lot of different situations, and you find yourself that way. But you get spoiled. Like Shondaland, 7 seasons, Shonda literally writing the speeches that are coming out of your mouth. It's so delicious. It ruins you for lesser things. And so it just makes you think, oh, wait, this is somebody else's. This is part of somebody else's journey. I'll wait for something great.
Well, I can't wait to see all the work that you do going forward because I do enjoy your work so much. And with CARE, I just want to leave people with some information on how they can get more involved.
Yeah, please. Well, go to fight.care.org and learn all you'd like to and come and be a part of it. But we invite you on this International Women's Day, and we would like to make hashtag March for Women, not just Women's Day. We would like the whole month. We're being greedy. I don't think it's too much to ask. But we would invite you to share your stories about who puts the her in hero for you. Because, you know, let's just take one day and tell each other how much we mean to each other and that we couldn't get through it without each other. And do it in public, do it in private, however. But we invite you to be a part of the Her and Hero campaign.
I'm with you. Let's make it a day. Let's make it a month. Hell, let's do it all year long.
I don't mind.
All
I
right?
don't mind.
All right, guys. Put your hands together for Bellamy Young.
Thanks, you guys.